Today we have with us Mr. Kunjal Kamdar, who has been working in the space of sourcing, hiring, and employer branding since almost a decade now. Currently, he is working as the global employer branding lead at Taito Every in Pune, and basically is based in Pune. Welcome, Mr. Kunjal, to the show, and thank you so much for doing this.
Thanks for the opportunity. Yeah.
Today's topic, which we have with us, and the thing which we're going to speak about, is employer advocacy and the use of social media in the HR world. So, the first question to you, Kunjal, would be: what is the role of social media in the HR world, and how is this related to employer advocacy?
Yeah, I think social media, not only now but since many years, has been an important part of our lives. I think both personally and professionally, and also I think companies as well as employees and the HR professionals are trying to leverage it in terms of trying to create awareness, right from an organization that talks about their products and services, an employee talks about his or her personal branding, and the HR will obviously talk about the best policies and why you should join our company. So I think employee advocacy is nothing but just trying to empower employees to promote the company's brand. Maybe if you talk in a layman's language, it's nothing but any or all of the actions that the employees take to talk about the organization within their network, be it internally or externally. So I think employee advocacy is slowly but surely catching up, and I think a lot of companies are now seriously investing in this to ensure that the right message reaches to the right audience. And thanks to the employees, I think the message is even more prominent and relevant these days.
What do you think are the major changes actually that can be brought about in an organization by using employer advocacy?
I think in terms of changes, it's more of, as I mentioned, just ensure that employees feel right at the right place. You make them feel belong to the organization. Also, I think it's more to also do with keeping the employees motivated and just keeping them engaged. I think it's also the roles and responsibility of the organization to create that kind of an environment where the employee feels comfortable, and more to that with talking about his or her organization with friends or relatives, because I think that's the power of networking, right? At the end of the day, it's about how you feel for the organization.
How much money do you think organizations are losing in recruitment due to lack of social media strategies?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. In terms of money, I mean, I may not be able to put a confirmed number, but I think it's common sense in terms of ideally. Nowadays, most of the people are online. So, for example, if you have to talk about your organization externally, right? So, social media plays a very vital role. Also, in terms of the reach, right? So, for example, if your organization says based in India, right? Maybe if you want to also hire people outside. So I think the power of your employees talking is more relevant these days. Cost-wise, I think if you end up missing this important strategy, I think cost-wise, it will definitely affect your talent that you hire. It will affect your hiring ratio, joining ratio, right? So the cost is difficult, but I think the impact is quite high. So I think it's better that companies do take this seriously. And also, there are a lot of companies that have been doing this since ages. So it's nothing new. So I think they should continue doing it and continue investing it, because at the end of the day, what happens is if you talk about your brand, it reflects from your employees also. It also reflects on your website traffic, right? The reach that you get, the number of applications that you receive. So everything is interrelated. So I think it's important to invest in these channels.
Which metrics do you think can define the efficiency of a good employee advocacy strategy?
I think the metrics ranges from your brand mentions, as in how many times is your brand being talked about. It is as simple as the kind of conversations that we are having online, right? So it is as simple as that. I think the other important aspect is also, I think, website traffic. This is another important parameter wherein you can gauge, measure in terms of what is the traffic. And these days, the analytics is so amazing that you can also measure which page has been viewed, what is the number of times that he or she has come on the page, what is the duration that you have been on that page, right? The other important part is the reach. All right, so it's just the power of reach that you can see in terms of where has your brand where has your conversation been reached. So I think these three parameters are quite important, and also these things are easily measurable. So I mean, at the end of the day, if somebody asks, right, what is the ROI, how do you measure it, these numbers, these stats will definitely help you showcase a picture, so showing that these type of campaigns have worked, or this is the kind of messaging that has gone right. In certain cases, you can also find out what is the reach in terms of what are the number of followers that your own employee has, and how has the message reached to his or her network.
What are the steps you think HRs can take to create a culture of employer advocacy using social media?
Not just HR, but overall, I think all the leaders as well as the HR leadership has got a great opportunity to ensure that the employees are comfortable. You create a space, an environment where they are comfortable. Once you create that space, your own employees will be more than willing to share the kind of information that you want them to, again, based on the relevancy. So if there is some say quotations, or if there is some testimonials, right, or if there is some award that an employee has received, if you share these kind of updates and also help talk about your organization outside, I think that is one of the important steps. It's more about celebrating successes, but also celebrating failures, because at the end of the day, once you fail, then you start learning also, right? So I think that's important. Celebrating these things is important, and I think HR plays a really important role, and has been doing since so many years. Even before I was in HR, I used to hear a lot of stories. Right? So these are inspiring stories of your own employees. So I think it's important for us being in that HR space to leverage this. And these days, platforms are quite helpful. So at the end of the day, I think it's important to celebrate your own employees. So I think that is one of the important steps that we can take.
How do you think you can motivate your employees to actually talk about the organization on social media?
Yeah, this is a tough one. I think a lot of organizations are just trying to find out, because there's no simple answer to this. But I think at the end of the day, it's more of a sense of pride. I should feel happy and proud to be working in the organization. So the moment you achieve that, I think the rest of the steps are really easy. So I think it's just finding the right balance of trying to understand what the employees needs. Again, it's not always about money. Obviously, money plays an important part, but there are other factors also in terms of organizations, in terms of brands, right? The moment you say the name of your company, maybe 8 out of 10 people know your brand, right? Maybe 2 of them don't know. But at the end of the day, it's more about trying to find that balance of, okay, how am I contributing to the organization? The moment that employee feels that, I think the rest of the steps are easy.
What do you think HR means to you?
I think, before, when I joined, I think I was just connecting with a lot of people around, just trying to understand what this is all about. But what I came to know over the years is, no matter what kind of technology comes, no matter what kind of analytics comes or frameworks, I think HR will always stand for human first. I think that is the more important approach. The rest will definitely follow. I think for me as an HR, is it gives me an opportunity to create or enhance the experiences of any stakeholder, be it your employee, be it your customer, or be it your leadership. I think that's really important.